now that you've joined us, do you want to like and subscribe?
Yeah.
Maybe if you're like want to leave us a review, that'd be good too. 5-star review.
Comments, we love all the engagement.
We would love your comment. Would love your thoughts. If you've got any thoughts right now, like how you're feeling right now, let us know.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Yeah,
We'd love to hear.
before you've even listened to the podcast,
Tell
how do you
us.
feel?
Exactly. Enough about us. Tell us about you.
We've done it plenty. You
Yeah.
know, we want to know how you are.
Exactly.
How are you? Jinx. Hi, everyone.
Hey.
Welcome back to Fingers Crossed.
Hell yeah.
Oh, we've got a lovely episode today.
Yeah. Do we?
Sure. I mean,
really.
we always do.
Sure. It's always lovely because we're lovely.
Yeah. I love the little pose you did. Yeah.
Yeah.
We are lovely. I don't know what you're talking about. Discussion. We can talk about Jamie Laing and his podcast.
Yes, let's. Shall we? Megan, do you want to leave this one?
Sure. So Jamie Laing, who I don't know if many people do know, he's from, started in a TV show Made in Chelsea. I loved it. I loved the first couple of seasons.
Oh, Made in Chelsea.
Oh,
Hilarious.
so good.
Hilarious.
Oh my God, it was so good.
I don't watch any reality TV now. But
No,
back
neither.
then, I think that was the only reality TV show I liked.
Yeah.
Because it was it was firstly hilarious.
So funny.
So funny. And also, like, it was such a petri dish.
Yes.
Like, because they basically took, like, a bunch of kids from posh families.
Yes, obviously Chelsea in the UK, in London, which is a very posh suburb.
Yeah, I mean, it's the Royal Borough.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can imagine these people are very wealthy. They don't have to work. Although some of them did.
Some of them did, and also, like, they chose to basically ostracize themselves from their families in a lot of ways, because it's like, if you're from a posh background, there is nothing more embarrassing than wanting attention.
Oh, and airing your dirty laundry?
Yeah, on television and stuff.
On
So,
TV.
Like, I
wow.
remember, like, one of the guys, Spencer Matthews,
Yeah.
his brother is married to...
Pippa Middleton?
Pippa Middleton.
Yeah.
And so he was, like, at the royal wedding and stuff like that, and, like, imagine, like, how embarrassing it is for, like, the royals to invite, like, a reality TV star to their wedding, you know?
I kind of like it though.
I
think
think
that was
it's very
great.
funny.
I think it's so good.
Hilarious.
Because it's like no matter how high they get, they still have to have the fact that they had a reality TV star.
I mean, they didn't have to invite him. They could have not.
I know.
But they did.
They did.
So,
Oh God, so
Yeah.
good.
anyway, so Jamie Laing.
Jamie Laing, that
That's his
TV show.
background.
So that's his background. So he's
From privilege.
From privilege. So he and his wife have a podcast, and there was a particular portion of this podcast that they were discussing.
Segment.
Segment?
Are you okay?
No, I'm really not. I don't know what my brain is doing today. There was a segment of the podcast telling the story about how she had just given birth 3 weeks prior. The husband came to her, Jamie, and was basically saying, like, I want to have sex, and was sort of starting to complain, was how she was describing it. And almost like having a tantrum. Basically, he was wanting sex, and she was like, hey, like, no, I've just had a baby 3 weeks ago. I've got a lot of stitches. Like, you can't even have it until 6 weeks, basically at minimum, until the stitches have healed. You know, she's literally dealing with the changes to her body, dealing with the fact that she's looking after a newborn. The last thing that she's really thinking about is having sex. And he was getting all upset about it. And she's like, look, I'll call the doctor and I will say blah, blah, blah. 3 weeks, we have to wait until at least 6 weeks. And like in the clip that he was also sort of like laughing as well. Like, I don't know if that was just sort of awkwardness. I don't know what it was on his behalf.
I've seen another clip. I can't remember what the topic was, but I remember her talking about suffering in some regard. And I remember him laughing during that. And I remember finding that very strange. Like, I think he's just detached.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I wish I could remember the segment, but like I remember that happened last year and I was like, that's fucked that he's laughing at her pain.
Yeah. Yeah, because there was sort of, he was also like pleading, like saying, please, like I want to have sex. And she's like, no, I've literally just had my stomach ripped open and I've got stitches everywhere. Like, no, we're not going to do this. And I just sort of thought, like, how bizarre to me that, your wife has literally just given birth, has just gone through probably one of the most traumatic experiences, like, a body can ever go through. Mm-hmm. She's dealing with that and also looking after a baby. And all he sort of thinks about is having sex again, because he hasn't, apparently a year, but I would say at least probably 9 months.
I find that interesting.
Yeah.
But I find it very interesting that they didn't have sex during her pregnancy.
Yeah.
Like, why not?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I presume people still do.
Let me stop you right there. Yeah,
yes,
they do.
Yes, they
yeah,
do.
They do. Yeah.
Okay, so yes, they do. So
I don't know why they didn't.
Yeah, well, if they didn't, I'm not sure about that. Obviously.
Yeah, that might have been an exaggeration.
Maybe, I think so, possibly. But yeah, I just sort of think like it. To me, it just sort of feels like if you need to relieve yourself, like you can just do it by yourself. You know, you don't need to involve your wife. And also the fact that she felt the need for him to come to the 6-week checkup so then she could say, here's the doctor saying, no, you can't wait until this particular time. Like, you have to wait. It just seems very childish.
Oh, really?
And very immature on his behalf.
I don't even see it as that. I think he doesn't respect her as a person.
Wow. Yep. Fair.
Because I'm like, why do you need another man to tell you that?
Yes.
You know, like a male doctor.
Yes. Why can't you just sort of say like, oh, okay, my wife said no, that's fine.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was your main takeaway?
What?
That like you think it's insane that 3 weeks after pregnancy. That's.
I mean, multiple things. I just sort of think like it's disrespectful. I think it was really just inconsiderate on his behalf.
Did you see the video? Like you sent me the video.
Well, I was looking at that because I also was reading a bunch of the comments on his particular video, and a lot of people were like, "Whoa, you know, like that's defamation. This is that, and blah blah blah." But I was also like, no, that's sort of what it is.
So let's talk about that.
Okay.
Because that's what my main takeaway. Like, I don't give a fuck when he asked for sex after pregnancy. The point is that she said no.
Sure.
Yeah. That's it.
And that's it.
That's my main takeaway.
Yeah, and I think also the fact that she said no, that should have been it.
Address the pregnancy thing.
Sure.
So I've seen many, many nurses talk about how men will be in the room after their baby is born asking to have sex with their wife, like pressuring her. Like the second that baby is out, they want to. So 3 weeks is actually, for someone who doesn't see women as human beings, that's actually pretty considerate. Yeah? So, because that's incredibly, incredibly common. Like women, like nurses have talked about walking in on couples having sex immediately after the woman's given birth. Immediately after. Yep. Happens all of the time.
Jesus Christ.
Yep. And that's because they see their wife as an object.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's it. So like the 3 weeks thing, is arbitrary to me. Like who gives a fuck? Like he prioritizes his needs above her humanity. Yeah. So, yep. And then that leads into the discussion of she said no and he pressured her. And so this man put out a video. I'll tag him. I can't remember the creator's name, unfortunately. But basically he talked about how because of patriarchy, rape is thought of as this incredibly violent, random attack. Like men think of rape as like a woman like being attacked on the street.
Yes, by some stranger, someone that she doesn't know.
Stranger. Overwhelmingly, if you look at the statistics, it's like 80 to 90% of attacks are done by someone you know. That's one. Secondly, rape generally isn't violent. It's not like being held down and forced against your will. It's someone forcing you to do something you don't want to do. And it's one of the things like overwhelmingly women are victim to. And it's called coercion. There's a name for it. And the thing that he was talking about is that most men can't reconcile that they have done that to a woman. A lot of women don't realise that they have been assaulted, and a lot of men don't realise that they've done that. Because that's the thing, like as soon as you're pushing someone, as soon as there's any kind of pressure, and it's not like, if it's not a hell yes, it's a hell no. If there's anything of that, then that person is not fully consenting. They don't want to be there and they're only doing it because they feel pressured to. That is not consensual sex. That's not what that is.
I think also a lot of people sort of think, oh, you know, we've asked once at the beginning and she said yes and that's it. Like the fact that you could be almost at the end and if she says no or they say no, you stop.
That's it.
Like it doesn't matter.
Anyone can say no at any time and it's done.
Yeah. That's one thing that I do hope that people can understand, like what you've just said, that it's not just some random stranger doing it in a back alley somewhere. It's literally your partner. Yep.
Intimate partner violence is extremely common and marital rape wasn't illegal in most places until like the 90s. In some places it's still legal. Like that's your job as a woman to provide that, whether you want to or not.
Yeah.
So
that's the part that I find really frustrating. It's so frustrating that, like, it wasn't until 30 years ago that marital rape was considered, like, okay, like, fine.
Yeah.
Normalised. And it's still, I think there's still some people with that mentality that like, yeah, well, that's sort of what you're there for, you know. That's you're meant to provide that for your husband, but it's like, no.
Because this is the thing, like, you're seeing women as people and they see us as an object.
Yeah.
So it's like, what do you mean the dishwasher doesn't want to wash dishes? It's like, that's what you're there for?
Yeah.
It's like, why are you objecting? I'm hearing a lot of this when I don't hear a lot of dishes being washed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a great analogy. Dishes being washed.
Yeah.
I know. Like, obviously, clearly seeing women as people, or it just, that's so incredibly wrong of me. How dare I?
Yeah, so get it together.
Yeah, really, get it together.
Yeah.
I know. And I think, like, there's probably instances where, I mean, I would hope that the partners didn't realise that was what they were doing. Surely, if you see your partner as a human, as an actual person, and, you know, you've done something that they didn't want to do, surely, like, you would recognise that. You'd be able to be like, oh, hey, my partner's not feeling very comfortable right now. I don't feel comfortable myself. I think I should stop.
Well, I've seen a lot of Reddit threads pop up occasionally. Like, they come up and people are like, what are the worst things that, like, people do in bed? Whatever. And for women, it's always starfishing. And
that's the worst thing women can do in bed?
Basically, or it's like, it was like, how do... Or like I don't know, like the threads, like there's different versions of it. Yeah. But the point is like to critique women's sexual performance. But like that's fine.
What they were there for, apparently.
Well, yeah, but also like I'm sure the same things happen with men. I just happen to see the ones about women because I'm a woman. The end. We'll come back to that.
Fair enough.
So anyway, and I always found it really curious that it was always about starfishing, and I was like, are most women just lying there? Like that seems unlikely. And then I wonder how many of those women don't want to be there.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a really good point, actually.
And I actually saw a comment on one of these threads the other day that was like, I just feel a bit rapey. Like, they actually said it. They actually said the quiet part out loud. As in, like, they'll often stop because it just doesn't feel consensual. And it's like, it's because it's not. It's because she's probably just doing it because she's going along with it. Yeah.
Oh, actually, that's a really good point.
So...
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
I'm just sort of thinking, like, if you're being intimate with someone... And if you're, specifically as the woman, if you're really having a good time, like, you're actively involved.
You say that. I think it's more complex because I was thinking about it. I think a lot of women are disconnected from their sexuality.
True.
And uneducated, uninformed.
True.
All that stuff.
True.
So I think there are reasons behind it.
True.
But the thing is, like, you're at least enthusiastic. Like, you want to
be... a willing participant?
A willing participant, I don't know. It's really complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
I think a lot of women do lie there because they're disconnected from their sexuality. Yes. And they don't know how to get involved, you know.
And they possibly haven't had a partner that has, I guess, encouraged that.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's not the partner's responsibility. Like, you have to take responsibility for your own actions.
No, I know. Yeah. But I'm also sort of thinking, like, if like, as a woman specifically, if you've never really been with someone who has wanted to, you know, make it an enjoyable experience for you, to make it as if, you know, it's like a mutual consensual thing, you know, you've just never really... Yet
again, though, that's the thing, the underpinning thing, like the thought behind that is that sex is something that is done to women.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, this is another topic,
sure.
But I think women need to take responsibility for their own sexuality.
Yeah.
As in, like, it shouldn't be like the partner, like, guiding you. You're not a passenger. It's like, you're part of it.
You're the driver.
It's a mutual not a driver. You're both drivers.
You're the
two
car.
drivers. Ideally not. Ideally, you're fucking not the car, Megan. That's the entire problem here. Yeah. We're being treated like cars. Yeah.
We are people, not an object.
That's right.
Not a dishwasher,
exactly.
not a car.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although I did mention the other day, there was that cat that was like, I used to be a truck. So, you know what I mean? So, like, even if...
Nice callback.
No one knows what we're talking about. See, we can have a really heavy discussion and have a laugh at the same time.
I think you have to, especially when it gets this heavy.
Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, whatever. But, like, this is what I mean. It's so convoluted. These are separate topics. But the point is that coercion is a thing.
Yes.
And, like, here's the thing.
Like you said, if it's not a hell yes, it's a hell no.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. But also, I think a lot of people unfortunately don't know about consent.
Yeah.
They don't know there's a lack of education. So it's like a lot of men don't want to harm women.
Yeah, totally. But they also don't understand what like a no could look like.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
So I think you've actually mentioned it, that there's like more education going on in schools and stuff about like how to like recognize like non-verbal forms of consent.
Yes. Because I think that's the other thing. Like, consent isn't always just someone saying no.
Yeah, totally.
It's body language. It's starfishing. It's sort of it's in those little micro moments. It's sort of, you know, if someone's sort of, you know, distancing themselves, if they're creating a gap between you, if they're not really like...
If they're not like fully present,
enthused. You know, there's multiple ways that it could be showing up. It's not just a, no, I don't want to. Because also a lot of women probably maybe don't feel comfortable saying no.
Yeah. Oh, most women don't feel comfortable saying no. Yeah, like we've been taught from a young age not to ever go against the grain.
Yeah. And I think also on the flip side, like a lot of men and boys probably haven't also been taught that if a woman says no, you stop. Like...
True. And also that like if a woman says no, it's no indictment on you.
No, it's not a reflection that, you know, that there's something wrong with you.
Exactly. Like there could be a million things going on that you don't know about. It's kind of like how men can lose it and then women take that personally and they think but it's like it's their internal process. It's like someone's like consent or like physical consent even is like nothing to do with you. It can be influenced by you, obviously, but at the same time, like it's them. It's their problem internally and stuff. So it's like you shouldn't take it as rejection. You shouldn't be hurt by it. Yeah. Because it's like, it's nothing to do with you. It's them. It's their process. Yeah. And there could be a million reasons behind it. So just don't get so sensitive about it. Like the more we encourage consent and the more, you know, like the less you can be, I don't know, so precious about it. You know, like it's not a big deal. Like just because it's a no now doesn't mean it's a no forever. Yeah. Yeah,
totally.
So, yeah.
I guess if it's a relationship, it's different. But if it's like a one night stand and you're just not being able to have sex with someone, like I don't necessarily feel that guilting or coercing someone into doing it, I don't understand how like that could be an enjoyable experience for the guy.
Here's the thing, there's like two camps. There's like men who don't understand consent and don't want to harm women but like don't get it, and that's the thing. Like I think it's important to have these conversations because I think ultimately one of the things in our society is that a lot of women are afraid of men, and there's even like growing resentment and hatred towards men happening. Like there's like this like, divide happening. Like I kind of like, as much as I think decentering men is actually an important thing for women to do, there's so much like hatred and venom behind it and kind of thinking that men are ultimately like bad people, and that's just not the case.
No.
Like I don't think that most men are bad.
I definitely don't think they're inherently bad people at all.
No, I think people are just people. And there's bad people and good people and a whole range in between.
And they could be whatever gender. It doesn't matter.
It's nothing to do with gender.
No.
It's everything to do with the way people are socialised, though.
Yes.
I just don't think that it's productive. Like, especially, like, we live in a heteronormative society where most women are attracted to men. Most men are attracted to women.
Drew's out.
Drew's out. Allegedly.
Allegedly, yes. Yeah, all allegedly.
Allegedly.
We'll get the stats to back us up.
Yeah.
Can't find them. Oh, no.
Got to question the stats on that one. Anyway, but we live in a society where that's the expectation. I don't think it's productive to be afraid of men. I think that actually impairs your judgment. Totally. And I think most women have poor judges of character. They're afraid of who they're dating and they're not assessing things by the correct metrics. You know?
I mean, I can understand why some women would have fear of men.
It makes sense. But the thing is, like, if you're afraid of something, you're robbing it of its humanity again.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you sort of, you're doing to them what they've done to us for a while. They see us as an object and we see them as monsters. Yeah.
And it's like neither of those are productive. Yeah. Especially if you actually want to have a relationship with one of them. You know?
There's sometimes people sort of go like, oh, you know, like men this, men that, and blah, blah, blah. But they're really sort of meaning patriarchy. Like, the patriarchy sucks. But I think when men hear women say, oh, men, not realising women are saying, oh, patriarchy. They sort of go like, oh, well, women hate men. And we're like, well, no. What we're trying to say is...
It's like we hate, like, what men are expected to be, what men are taught to be.
Yes.
That's what we hate.
And it's also, it's one of those things, like, again, it sort of goes back to that, like, you need to have a man to tell a man yes or no.
Yes.
You know, it's sort of like we need men to realise that they are also victims of the patriarchy, to realise that, oh, okay, if we also work through it, we can also stop the patriarchy too. Yeah.
Okay, so next topic.
Okay.
On the same, like, line of thought, though.
Sure.
Have you heard about Alpine divorces?
Alpine.
Alpine divorce.
No.
Okay, so basically it's when women go hiking with a man and then a man abandons them.
I've unfortunately seen a few videos of women who have said, blah, 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 we were on a date and...
But the point is that they take them somewhere difficult, where the terrain is difficult, and then abandon them. And it's quite common. And I saw this woman, like, basically, filming herself, and she was like, never go hiking with a man, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, fair.
I get it, but at the same time, it goes back to the same point. It's that not every man is going to do that.
No.
And the thing is, like, if you think that, you're actually more likely to end up with someone like that because it's like you're not looking for the signs that he's not like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you have to humanize men.
Yeah.
You have to see them as complex people so you can pick up the signs when they're not evil.
Yeah.
If you see all men as evil, then you're only going to end up with evil men. Because it's
Yeah.
like you're looking for proof of what you know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's sort of like they don't know what a healthy man looks like.
Yes.
So they just subconsciously look for the guys that they know are bad, even though they don't want to be with that one, but they just sort of like, that's what
Kind of.
they sort of know.
That's the thing. Like, humans go for what's familiar,
Yeah.
not for what's good for them. Statistically, overwhelmingly, we go for what's familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if it's bad, right,
Exactly.
good, whatever.
So that's why a lot of people, for example, who grew up with abusive backgrounds end up back in them because it's familiar.
Yes, because even if you do want someone healthy or healing or whatever it is, because that's not normal, quote unquote, that's not normal, that's not familiar, you don't feel comfortable. It's not right. It's
It's like your nervous system isn't familiar with it, so it actually sets it off. It's like it's triggering because it's like, oh, what's this? I don't know.
Interesting.
That, but also like, like, for example, like love bombing. You know, like a lot of women don't understand the mechanisms. So it's like, as an avoidant, I'm someone who's like a fearful avoidant. I think you're a bit avoidant as well. Whatever. I find love bombing extremely off-putting.
Yep.
And extremely obvious. Because it's just like, what are you doing? Like, it's
intense.
Too much. It's intense, and it's like, you don't know me. It's like, you don't know me enough to like me this much and be like so keen. But a lot of women are like, oh, he's so nice. And it's like, no, he's trying to make you think that he's nice.
To those who don't know maybe what love bombing can look like, do you have any examples?
I don't know.
Like just sort of the intensity within the shorter duration?
Yeah, I think intensity, but also just like being super nice and like complimentary. I remember seeing a friend being love bombed, and I remember like basically like we went to an event and she ended up like hooking up with this guy, whatever. And when we got home, he'd sent her like 10 messages. I remember seeing her phone and he had sent so many messages, and I don't think they were anything like crazy, but just the volume.
Not
I was
yet,
like,
anyway.
Between like the trip from the party to home, which was like maybe like half an hour, he'd sent 10 messages. And I remember seeing her phone and being like, what the fuck is going on? And she felt so flattered that he was giving her so much attention. And I was like, that's a lot. And it turned out, he was not abusive, but like he like love bombed her and then like cheated on her. Like he had this like history of like cheating on every girlfriend he'd ever had, because that's what he does. He like love bombs, gets him, gets bored, next girl.
I guess he just sort of wants that like intense feeling of like all that rush of feelings.
Yeah, the validation.
And then as soon as that sort of worn off, it's like, all right, next.
Exactly.
Wow.
Precisely.
Cool.
But like me, even like not being informed, I was like, what the hell? Like I was like, that's manipulation. Like I could just like detect it. I was like, why is he doing that?
Interesting.
Yeah, even though I didn't know the purpose, I didn't understand. It's like still it felt wrong. I don't know about your relationship to avoidance, but for me, I'm very sensitive to being controlled in any way.
Yes, I
Yeah.
think we've discussed that before.
Yeah, so like
Not a fan of it.
yeah, so that's like one of the only perks of being avoidant is that like I'm very, very aware of people trying to manipulate me.
Few perks.
Very few.
Very few.
Yeah. But as a woman, like, I can't imagine myself ending up in that scenario because I would be like, well, you're controlling. And I can tell, I can see it from a mile away because I hate it.
Actually, yeah, I think... Sorry, in that few minutes I've reflected.
Okay.
No, I'm sort of thinking because obviously... Well, let's go sound sad, but, like, for me, love wasn't necessarily, like, freely given growing up. So if someone was love bombing me to that intensity that quickly, I would have just been like, this is overwhelming. I can't handle this. So I wouldn't have been, I would have been like,
Yeah.
like, leave me alone. I can't deal with it.
Yeah.
You know?
But there are so many women who love it.
Really?
Who are just like, oh, finally, I'm like, someone gets it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, it's validating.
Oh, that's why also like slow burn relationships can be quite, I guess, triggering.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it sort of develops over months, you know.
Yeah.
Not just a quick couple of weeks.
Anyway, back to the Alpine divorce.
Yes.
It's obviously fucking tragic. And it's obviously like, it's not the fault of the women. I'm not victim blaming in any like way, shape or form. Like, it's obviously not your fault if you've been a victim of these like evil men. Clearly. But the point is that, like, unfortunately, these people exist, and the only way
and they prey on women like that.
Exactly, women who are vulnerable, and the only way to protect yourself is to practice discernment.
Yeah.
You have to have a level of detective skills to be able to be like, that's not right. And like the answer is not to be like, all men are evil.
No.
All men are bad. I'm never dating again. Because odds are, if you're a woman, you're probably going to end up dating someone. You're probably going to end up developing feelings for someone, and you want to be able to pick someone who actually is kind to you.
Yeah, 100%. I don't know, I'm also sort of thinking like we've done a lot of work to recognise like what we would like from like a healthy relationship.
For sure.
So we sort of know what we're looking for.
Yeah.
But I guess like obviously not everyone has done as much, I guess, healing as us to understand that.
Yeah, but also like not so much about the relationship, so much more so like the person. Like you're looking for traits in a person, like you're looking for kindness, you're looking for consideration, you're looking for someone who's thoughtful, you're someone who recognises your humanity.
Yeah,
that's
empathetic.
Empathetic. And it's like someone who doesn't see you as a person is super obvious if you know what to look for. Like you can detect it because it's like they're not talking to you, they're not treating you like you're a person. And even if they're love bombing you, they're doing it because they see you as an object and they're trying to like, you know, put coins into the vending machine. You know? That's it. Like you really need to be able to differentiate that.
I was going to say, or the dishes into the dishwasher.
Exactly. Exactly.
Nice little callback there. Like a guy who would be love bombing, what would they look like? Obviously not physically.
I'll throw up a photo.
Yeah. No, I'm just sort of wondering, like, in terms of a personality, because obviously it would have been a facade. It wouldn't be their true self. It wouldn't be their true personality. So is it like, are they narcissistic? Are they...
Potentially.
Potentially? It doesn't necessarily matter?
The core thing underneath it, underpinning it, is control. They want control. And it happens, like, this is why, like, a lot of women are like, I want a man who, like, picks me up and, like, pays for the date and all that. And I have always been extremely sensitive to that. Like, I've never, ever accepted a free drink from a man. Never, ever. Because I know.
Even if it's someone that you know?
I think from friends, but, like, after I trust them.
Right, okay.
After I trust
Not
them for
initially.
a while. No.
Okay.
Generally, the first time they ask, it's a no.
Okay.
Yeah. Because the thing is, underneath that, it's a transaction at all times, and I'm aware of the society we live in.
From the man's perspective?
From the man's perspective, it's like nothing's free. They understand that it's a transaction, but a lot of women don't, and they're like, "Oh, you think that they're just buying you a drink to be nice?" And it's like, no. The drink is for your time and for you to like. It's like a mild form of consent. Yeah, it's like you're consenting to being around me and consenting to what I want. Etc. etc. It's never free.
When really it's just a drink.
It's not just a drink. Though.
No, I know.
From like the woman's perspective, it's like, oh, it's just a drink. It's not just. It's not. Nothing is free. Nothing is free. If a man offers to buy you a drink immediately, that's a red flag in my brain because it's immediately like, why can't you just talk to me? Why are you trying to buy me? Why are you trying to manipulate me? Why are you trying to control me? That's what I mean. Like it's so basic. Like anytime they're doing anything for you, it's not for you.
Yeah, because I can hear a few people are probably saying, like, maybe they're just being nice. You know, they're being nice and getting you a drink. Like, why is that a bad thing?
No. No, question everything. Question everything. And that's what I do.
Everything a man does. Question it all.
Pretty much. But, like, specifically anything they're doing for you. What's the reasoning behind it? Because sometimes it is innocent. Absolutely. But a lot of the time it isn't.
Just getting a drink and thought that'd be nice.
For sure. Sometimes, and the thing is, like, that's it. Not all men are evil bastards.
No.
Yeah, like some of them are kind and are just trying to do something nice, for sure. But the thing is, in our society, like, it's structured a specific way. And I always think of this quote from Tell the Bees. I can't remember exactly how he phrased it, but it was like, just because you ignore the rules of society doesn't mean they don't exist.
Oh, that's a really good point. Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
You know, it's like people who say, I don't see colour. It's like, just because you don't see colour doesn't mean racism doesn't exist, you know? It's like, you can't just, like, pretend.
I know. There's those people that say that and I get so frustrated about that.
So that's what I mean. Like, just because you're like, oh, I just thought it was a drink. It's like you live in a society where nothing is free. And it's like if someone's buying you something, there's an expectation behind it.
Yeah.
And if you're consenting to it, it's like you're consenting to things even if you don't, like, even if you're not consciously consenting, everyone else is taking it one way.
Yeah,
But you're not.
I'm just sort of thinking, like, you know, if you were the person buying the drink, yes, from your perspective, it could have just been a drink.
Yeah.
Totally. However, if, like you're saying, we live in a society and there's societal rules and constructs and blah, 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 then...
You're saying that you're interested in this man.
Yeah, you have to also understand from their perspective it's not just a drink. It could also be... It could just be a drink, but it could also be like an unwritten contract.
That's right.
Or consent or whatever.
That's it. Yep.
Yeah. No, I'm hearing you.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Like, these men who are taking these women on hikes and then abandoning them, that was not the first time they did anything controlling or anything manipulative or anything underhanded. Like, there's a journey to that point. Yeah.
There was a few red flags beforehand.
There would be red flags immediately. But the thing is, women are not picking them up, and then they're ending up in these situations. And yet again, it's like, it's not your fault, because it's like...
definitely not.
They did it to you.
Yes.
Obviously. But the thing is, like, there are signs that they are capable of that way earlier than you think.
Yeah, the car park. Even on the car ride when they picked you up.
Yeah, the way they drive, everything. And like I read this book called The Gift of Fear as a teenager.
Okay.
And that was, like, I recommend it to everyone. The entire premise of that book is that violent behaviour is extremely, extremely predictable. And it's predictable in the early stages. It opens, like, literally the first chapter is about this woman who unfortunately was raped and she was kept hostage and stuff. But basically, like, she walked into her apartment building. There was a guy in the staircase. She dropped her groceries and he offered to help her and then offered to help her up to her apartment. She had, like, he kept pushing and pushing, like, in different ways. I'll go back to that in a second. Yeah. Basically, like, he gets to her apartment, rapes her, holds her. And the only reason why she survived that encounter is because he went to the kitchen. He was like, I'm not going to kill you. I'm just going to go to the kitchen. Great. He was digging around for a knife and she literally, like, snuck out of the apartment. She literally, like, walked past the kitchen and, like, silently tiptoed because as soon as he said, I'm not going to kill you, she was like,
he's going to kill me.
So she got out.
Jesus Christ.
But, like, the thing is, like, the whole chapter, that's how the story goes. But, like, there are so many signs before that. Like, for example, she went into an apartment building and he was in the stairwell. She didn't hear the door close behind her. So he was already in there waiting. That was one sign. Next thing, she dropped her groceries and he started picking them up without asking. And then, like, offered to help her. And she, like, kept consenting. Like, he kept pushing her, like... You know, like, she could have been like...
boundaries.
Yeah, and she just kept consenting. Yeah. She kept going along with it. Even the fact that, like, he managed to go up to her apartment, it's like, no. She never said no at any point until they got to the apartment, and then that's too late. That's when he became violent. But he was already controlling her before that, and she was going along with it. That's what I mean. Like, it never starts with them abandoning you on a fucking mountainside. They've been pushing your boundaries way before that, and you've been letting them because you didn't realise. That's it. So, like, you've got to be so aware of control and so aware of mechanisms in society because it's the only way you can protect yourself. Because ultimately, like, they are physically stronger than us. Yeah. That's just the reality. Yeah. So you've got to keep your wits about you. Yeah. To protect yourself. That's all you have because the expectation can't be on them. Well, I mean, like, it should be on them for them to, like, not be violent fuckheads, but that's not the reality we live in.
Unfortunately, yes.
Unfortunately. And that's what I mean. Like, yet again, like, not all men are evil, but the thing is that evil men thrive. Yeah. In patriarchy. Yeah. You know?
Well, that's sort of the point of patriarchy, for those evil men to thrive.
Exactly. And the whole system is set up that, like, those men are so violent, those are so extreme, that the rest of men can be shit. Yes. And they look great by comparison.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Like a lot of people have said how the bar for men is so low that you basically being a decent human being is considered like amazing, like above the bar. But it should just be, if anything, standard.
Yes. Yeah, but that's the thing, like, women don't realise all of the ways they're being harmed. Yeah. Yeah, because so much of it is built in society. Like, you need to be super, super self-aware and super aware of your surroundings and aware of stuff. Yeah. And, like, they purposely keep us uninformed. Yeah. You know?
I was just about to say that because I think that's one of the things that purposely keep us uninformed, unaware, uneducated about these things. Mm-hmm. So then men in patriarchy can thrive and survive.
That's it. So, like, you know, like we were talking about consent before and, like, coercion and stuff. Like, just like most men don't think they've raped a woman, most women don't realise they've been raped. Mm-hmm. You know? Mm-hmm. It's like, it works both ways. Mm-hmm. Like, if you don't understand consent, no one understands consent. Yeah. It's by design.
Actually, yeah, that's a fair point because it's like, yeah, you could have one one side knowing what consent is, but if the other one doesn't either, then they'd be like, oh, okay, well, yeah, keep going. Like, that's fine. I think it's okay.
Kind of. But even like that discussion with Jamie and his wife, Sophie, like, I don't think either of them realised what that conversation was about.
No.
Like, Jamie didn't realise that he was trying to force her, and he probably doesn't realise that she was trying to stop him from, harming her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, it's incredibly frustrating that these things aren't taught, and, like, I understand why. Yeah. Like, I get it, you know, because unfortunately, not all of them, but a large of the proportion of people in the power who can make these changes probably also don't understand.
It's like very much like a societal agreement, you know, as in like it's not being taught in schools, or at least like now it's being introduced to schools. Yeah, but it's like everyone's kind
probably
of been
not
victim
as fast
of
as it should be though.
No, and it's also like, is the education adequate? Is it often enough? And then it's like, what if the kids are being taught something completely wrong at home? What does it matter?
Oh yeah, because it basically null and void everything that you learn at school anyway.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and it is one of those things when it becomes a societal change, that's when it becomes even harder, because it's not just individual people and schools or whatever. It's like it's a cultural, societal shift that has to happen that can take 10, 20, 30 years. So it's not just going to be like an overnight, you know, this is wrong, this is bad, do this. Yeah. You know, it's going to be something that's going to take a time. But, like, it has to be done. It has to be done. It's already kind of happening. Yeah. The problem is, though, like, one of the things we're facing is that women are becoming more progressive and men are becoming more conservative. Yes. To decide that's the thing. But I think, isn't that sort of the point of patriarchy, that's sort of what they want? Well, maybe not necessarily women to be progressive, but they want men to stay sort of a little bit more right-leaning. I guess they want to keep the status quo. Yeah. So they're becoming more aggressive about it. Yep. So that's definitely a thing. Yes. But I think the thing, like, what I want to point out is that both sides are dehumanizing each other. Yeah. And that's the thing, like, that will only keep us more divided. Yes. So, like, again, I think that's what they want too. They want us to be divided, because in that divide, we can't come together to actually solve the problems. Yes. And ultimately, like, especially if we're talking about classes, the more the lower classes are concerned about shit like this, the more top versus down continues. And that's the part that really frustrates me. Yeah. Because it's like, that is ultimately what it is all about. That is what it ultimately is. It kind of is, though. Like, yes, but at the same time, like, here's the thing. Even women at the top are still victims of the patriarchy. Totally. Of course. 100. Oh, yes. That's it. And even still, they might be aware of it, but they're able to thrive on it because they know how it all works. Let me use an example. You know the head of Scientology? I think it's David. Oh, Miscavige. Miscavige, yeah. Yes, because his wife has been missing for a while. So she was at the top. Yeah. Where is she? Fair. Actually, very good point. Yeah. Yep. And like, even in royalty, you know? Oh, Diana. Yeah. It's like, sad. You're like, as a woman, you're never safe. No. Like, class doesn't protect you. No. Oh, yeah. So the point is, like, the answer to all of this is compassion, empathy, self-awareness, all of the things that make us human and draw us to our humanity. That is the antidote to all of this. You have to become more self-aware. You have to you have to be compassionate to yourself. Compassionate that, like, even if you make mistakes, even if you choose the wrong people, that's not your fault. All you can do is become more informed. Yeah. Forgive yourself. Learn from it. And choose better in future. That's all you can do. Totally. Yeah, but the answer is not, all men are evil and I need to avoid them and they're bastards. It's like, well, that's only going to breed more evil. Yeah. And it allows them to thrive. Yeah. You have to like, choose the men who are kind and empower them as well, and they like bridge the divide. That's the thing that we need to do. Bridge the divide so we can become more powerful together, and then like dismantle the system. Yeah. No, I totally agree with that, because I think that's it. It's power in numbers. It's strength in numbers. It's like, if we get more people who can provide that compassion to my God, my brain, provide that empathy and sort of understanding, it's sort of, we can bridge that gap. We can come together and so societally make huge changes and makes huge strides forward for everybody, not just for a select group of people that get to I don't know the right words, like, to thrive. I don't know. Thrive, yeah, but also, like, I think, once again, like, this entire year to me is like me talking or questioning humanity. It's like, what is the meaning of life? Like, why are you here? What are you trying to get out of this experience? Yeah. Because for me, I
want to be as human as I possibly can, get as much, feel as much as I can, build relationships with people, like connect with people. And I just like the connections between like people, that is so much a part of our human experience.
Yeah.
And this stuff, like it breeds contempt and breeds separation. And it's the opposite of what we should be doing.
I guess it also takes away from your humanity too.
It is. It does take away from your humanity. It's like part of like the solution that people are offering requires shutting down a part of yourself. You know, and that is just simply not the answer. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Yeah, you being a human this year, it's been very present, like as a theme.
It has.
It has. Yes,
It has.
Wow, 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 wow.
Wow, wow, wee wah.
Wow, wow, wee wah. What's that from?
Borat.
Oh, I haven't even watched Borat.
Haven't you?
No.
Oh, I loved it back in the day. I thought that was peak comedy.
Oh, well.
Okay.
Wah, wah, wee wah.
Yeah, cool. Pride topic?
Yeah, pride topic.
Cool. So I thought I would talk about being non-binary.
Whoa!
Whoa! That's crazy.
Whoa, what a revelation.
No, because I never talk about that. I'm super, super, super private about it.
Yep.
I very rarely discuss it because honestly, like most people don't understand gender.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people don't even know what gender is really.
Yeah. They don't understand gender and don't understand like the societal constructs and everything around
it. God, it's so...
You know, firstly, like, I mentioned that I was non-binary. For all intents and purposes, please refer to me as female, blah, 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 she, her. I never, ever bring this up. Like, this is not... I very, very rarely mention being non-binary and talking about this stuff because it's, like, it's very complex and most people don't understand it. And it's, like... I also, like... The reason why I thought it would be worth bringing up is because we need representation.
Oh, for sure.
But I really don't enjoy talking about it generally because most people like, no, like you're fine. As in like, it's just because most people, yet again, like get very defensive and touchy and stuff like that. And it's like, I'm attacking their identity.
Yeah.
And also I don't want my identity attacked because like, frankly, I don't give a fuck what you think about my gender identity. Honestly, it's no one's business. It's my business.
Yeah, fair enough.
So that's why I don't talk about it often because it's like, it's got nothing to do with anyone else. This is my experience.
Yeah. That's how it should be for everyone, really.
Kind of, but I think like a lot of people want to talk about it because it's like they need the validation.
Oh,
and that's totally fine. I respect that. Yeah. I don't. I don't need anyone's validation. I'm not interested in being validated. Yeah. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
I am validated.
I was going to say, I validate myself. Thank you.
Entirely.
She does.
So that is like the whole thing, non-binary, or like how I interpret it is that like you feel removed from like the gender experience.
Yep, fair.
As in like I don't internally, deep down inside, I don't feel like a woman or a man.
Yep.
I just feel like a person.
You just exist.
Yeah. So that's my whole problem. Like we were talking a lot about gender in this episode and like my whole thing is like deep down inside, I think it's all bullshit.
Yep. Honestly, I agree.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you.
Great.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, like, I am female, as in, like, I've had my DNA tested. And if you haven't...
Again, allegedly.
What?
How do we know? How do we know that those results came back and you were...
I can pull it up right now.
All right. We want proof.
Okay.
Where's the proof?
I'll drop the... I'll put it... Unless you've had your DNA checked, there's a lot of people who are intersex and don't realise it.
Oh, yeah, I've heard actually. Apparently a lot of people... Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, a lot of people don't find out until they try to have a baby. And then they can't without, like, a bit of science getting involved.
Yeah, because obviously reasons.
Oh, yeah, so, yeah, like...
Back to the important topics.
Yeah, so, like, I am female.
Yes.
As in XX chromosomes.
Yep.
My whole thing is, like, I refer to myself as a woman all the time, or a girl, or whatever. And it's because when I say that, I'm referring to the way other people see me.
Yeah, it's not how you feel about yourself.
No, but I'm very aware of my life experience and people see me as a woman and treat me thus. And that's why. And
because also you're very, like I guess, feminine presenting.
But even as a child though, like I was very much like, oh, you're treating me like I'm a girl.
Yeah.
But I very much felt like I was outside of the process, even from a young age. Oh yeah, like I think that's one of the reasons why, like, you know, like we were talking about like people pleasing last week or whatever, and how all these rules that girls are taught, I never picked them up because I never felt like they were relevant to me. Because I was like, oh, that'd be really harsh if I was a girl.
Sort of like you're talking about me, but not to me.
Yeah, you're talking about me, but not to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whilst I was just like, oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Like. Okay, is that what girls are like? Yeah.
Interesting.
And I don't know if other people have that experience, but like that was my experience. Like I very much felt like I was outside of it from a young age.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, internally, I feel like I'm very much, like, surfing the line between genders. Like, as in, like, I present very femininely, but internally, I'm very much, like, it's in the middle. Yeah. Because I don't think, like, internally, like, anyone who knows me, like, I don't think anyone would call me, like, super feminine. Like, oh, I'm so fragile and delicate. And, like, oh, you know, oh, I'm just going to pass out right here. Sorry, guys. You looked at me the wrong way. Peak femininity, you know, so delicate. Yeah.
Actually, if anything, I'd say the complete opposite of that.
Yeah, I'd say most people are afraid of me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoops. Said the quiet part out loud.
Yeah, but true though.
Yeah.
True though. It's so funny because I think there's sometimes maybe like I couldn't even tell you who or what it is, but there's been occasions where people have been like, oh, like towards you, and I was like, wait, what are you talking about? Like, it's you. Not even that they were scared or anything, but
that's what I mean. I think
maybe intimidated.
Maybe intimidated, but I definitely detect, like, especially, like, men at work, they're a bit like, oh. Like, no one tries me. They're all like, oh, she's scary. And I don't mean to be. Like, I don't think I do anything scary. I talk a lot about my appearance. I think that's actually probably why I'm so attached to my appearance. Because it's like, I very much feel like I'm, like, in an avatar. That's why I'm so particular about it, I suppose. Because it's like, I really like it, you know? Like, I really like playing the game. As in, like, every time when I get dressed, I'm like, oh, look at what I'm, like, putting on my avatar. You know?
It's like a sim.
Kind of. I feel like I'm a sim.
In real life, allegedly.
Yeah. I'm a person, but that's what I mean. Like, that's what it is.
Yeah.
So I don't know if other people have that experience or, like, if that's how they feel. Because, like, a lot of people, I think, associate, like, being non-binary with being androgynous.
Yes.
And, like, I'm internally androgynous, but externally I'm very
like feminine presenting. Yeah. Yeah, because there's like a lot of people, like maybe just creators or content creators or whoever, whatever. You know, just people I encounter who are possibly non-binary, and their energy that they give off is very balanced. Balanced. Yeah.
Yeah. I like, astrologically, for the nerds watching, that's me. But if you're like me, so, like, Libra moon, and I have a few Aquarius placements.
Oh, I was going to say Libra moon. No, that's not me.
Oh, you're a Libra rising.
Yeah, Libra rising. But Taurus moon. Yeah, but also all of those are ruled by Venus. But Libra is very balanced. Yes.
And the thing is that your moon rules your feelings, and that's why I feel like I'm so detached, I'm so outside, I'm so, like, bird's eye view on everything.
Oh, is that why because Taurus is, like, grounded? Is that sort of...
Maybe why you're so rooted to the experience. Still ruled by
also
Venus,
the Australian version of rooted.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. So Libra moon.
Libra moon and Aquarius placements. Aquarius placements are very much like you're an alien.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, that's probably why you do, because you've mentioned it a couple of times how you do. You know that you're like a spiritual being having a human experience.
Oh, yeah, for sure, yeah.
Like, you're very aware of it, and, like, this is...
But you're saying, like, talking about me, both of us.
Yeah, no, totally.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm saying about you.
Oh, yeah, sure.
We're talking about you right now.
Oh, yeah.
Sheesh.
Carry on.
But yeah, like, it is basically like a meat suit. This is sort of something that you're trying on in this lifetime. You're like, okay, cool.
And I really like it.
Yeah, let's give this a go.
Yeah, and it reminds me of, like, when I went to a tarot reader when I was 18, the first thing she said was, like, it must have shocked the shit out of you to be born a woman.
Wow.
And I was like, totally.
Interesting.
I still feel like I'm getting used to it. That's why I'm kind of, like, playing the game. I'm like, look at me.
Tarot reader? She sounds actually pretty good.
I've been to her since, and she's kind of lost her touch, unfortunately.
Well, okay.
Anyway, but yeah, I saw her, and I remember her telling me that, and I was like, oh, that is exactly how I feel. Like, I was like, firstly, like, if reincarnation exists, I've definitely been a man, like, pretty much every other time. Because, like, this very, very much feels like my first time being a girl, and I think that's also why I so like it. Because I'm like, hey, this is fun. Trying this out.
Actually, yeah. As you're saying that would make sense.
Yeah.
Because it was sort of like your soul was like, oh, you know what? We've been men before. Let's try being a woman.
Exactly.
Like, that's what this is like.
Let's try this out.
Yeah.
Actually, and I like it.
Yeah, that's actually really interesting.
Yeah, I very much like, I feel like I'm watching the experience as much as I'm part of it. Yeah.
How cool, though.
And, like, everything is a deliberate choice on my part. Like, the way I dress, the way I present, everything. Like, I'm very, like, deliberate about it because I'm witnessing it as well as experiencing it. Yeah. So, yeah, that's my experience being non-binary.
Oh, that actually, I mean, well, now that you've said that part, this part, what I'm going to say isn't great.
Okay.
But, no, because it's like, you know, with our values and how your value number one was appearance, that sort of makes sense. If in that context of you feeling... like, this is sort of your first time as a woman. Like, no wonder why that would be such a priority for you.
Yeah.
To be, you know.
Because it's, like, the number one way that you experience life through that.
Yeah.
As in, like, people see me and think I'm a woman.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know, that's how you signal in our society what gender you are.
Yeah.
It's how you present.
Yeah.
Yeah. How you look.
How interesting.
Yeah.
Because the one thing that I really like drag queens and drag kings and stuff, and how they play with gender and gender conformity and you know, because sort of drag queen specifically is like that hyper sort of feminization of.
Oh, but it's almost like an offshoot of it. Like it's like,
it is totally
it's extreme. Like it's
totally,
in one direction,
but like that's sort of the sort of, I guess, an element of it that's sort of what they're doing. They're sort of not making fun of, but they're sort of like exaggerating what patriarchal society considers what a woman to be.
Yeah.
You know, basically like big hair, makeup, boobs, wet hips, blah, 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 you know, everything.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like, it's that over-exaggeration almost, you know. It's very interesting.
For sure.
I love it though.
Yeah.
I love people who can sort of like explore and you know, sort of find where they fit in the spectrum of gender and everything.
Yeah.
Of the binary, you know.
Yeah. And what I was going to say was, I think like me, because like this is the thing, like when I heard the term non-binary, it just validated everything I always thought. I was like, oh, that's the word for it. Because I was like, I never really felt like a girl. I knew I wasn't a boy, but I never felt like a girl.
Yeah.
Like I knew I was kind of like pretending a little bit.
Yeah.
But anyway, so like I think that discovering that has made me so much more compassionate for other people, because I see like, for example, like how men are trapped into the patriarchy and have to perform this role of masculinity.
Yes.
And it's like they don't, like we were talking before about how they don't understand certain things about human beings because they're never taught, and they're just like so busy being like, please don't hurt me. They're so busy thinking about please don't hurt me. They don't think about how they hurt others. Stuff like that. You know, like it's given me another level of compassion and empathy for people because like this is such a complex experience and not everyone is aware of what's going on. Yeah. That's the thing. Like most people aren't aware. So like if you're someone who's unpacked gender mentally, then you're more aware than others, and you can understand like how, I don't know, like people don't mean to be hurtful. It's like they're being victimized themselves. Yeah. And that's the thing. Like,
it's like hurt people.
Hurt people. And people are occupied with like stopping pain. Yeah. Stopping their own pain rather than preventing other people's suffering.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. I think until you've actually worked through a lot of your own pain and trauma, you don't fully realise how you can help stop other people's pain.
For sure, because it's like, it's not your concern.
No.
As in, like, if you're in pain, that's like your dominant experience.
You're like, what can I do, experience, whatever, say, take to stop this pain?
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Totally, like it's debilitating. Yeah. Like I understand why people like demonize men. It's like those people are in pain and they're not concerned. They don't realize, and they're in pain. They don't realize why, and they don't realize how they're like hurting other people. It's like it's multifaceted.
What the people say, men like not.
As in, like, men are like, they don't, like, male loneliness epidemic. Yeah. Okay, for example, okay? So a lot of men are depressed and lonely and isolated. Yes. Why are they depressed, lonely and isolated? They don't know how to feel emotions, express emotions, all that. They don't know how to connect with other human beings. Yes. They're missing these basic soft skills. Yes. Yeah, there's that. So then they don't even, so they're in pain, they don't know why, they don't know what's causing it, that they're missing these skills, that it's actually like not their own fault but their own responsibility, as in like they're the only ones that can fix the pain. Yeah.
But they don't know how to move from it, move on from it.
Exactly.
Heal it. And grow from it, whatever.
They don't realise that they're perpetuating it daily. Yeah, that. And then they don't realise that they're dehumanising other people. It's like they can't connect to women because they don't see them as people. They haven't been taught to humanise them. So it's like it'll only further isolate them. It's like they're attracted to them physically, romantically, all those things, but they can't connect to them because they don't know how. You know, so it's like, obviously, like they're harming other people. Yeah. But they don't understand.
And they also don't know, if they don't know that they're doing it and they don't realise that they're doing it, they also then can't actually stop it stop it, basically.
Stop it. And then the other thing on the women's angle, on the other side of the aisle, yeah, sure, is that women are also party to the patriarchy, also perpetuate it. Like most women, when they see a man cry, won't necessarily react positively to that.
And like I understand if people aren't aware of the way that patriarchy can impact them. You know, I'm just sort of thinking like, you know, if there was a woman who was seeing a man crying and then the man was like, well, this woman saw me crying but then left. You know, that they both are victims of the patriarchy, but they don't realize that they're victims of the patriarchy. So then they sort of go like, well, woman bad and man bad.
Woman bad, man bad. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, sort of like that
well
very...
said.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, you know, I'm a scholar of that speaking English.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just like...
It just creates more division.
Yeah, it creates more division.
Going.
So it's sort of like you have to understand the systems that you are in before you can actually sort of, I guess, change or try to change the systems that you're in.
Yeah. So, yeah, the answer is compassion.
Yep.
Self-compassion.
Yep.
Empathy. Kindness.
Yes.
Humanity.
Getting rid of the patriarchy.
Yeah, but that's the antidote.
Yeah.
You have to understand the mechanisms and work to dismantle them in yourself and others.
Yeah. Actually, because I was watching this video of a woman who was talking about how the matriarchy, you know, obviously how we had it was pretty much, it was the thing.
Used to be hot and happening. And,
Used to be, yeah. And she said how obviously it didn't happen all of a sudden. It happened over like a long period of time. And it was basically like, unfortunately, colonizers, you know, they would go around to all these places and countries and whatever and just basically come in with a whole bunch of violence. And that was one of the ways that they got rid of it, because with matriarchal and sort of what you're sort of saying, the compassion, the empathy, kindness, those were sort of what had led sort of the matriarchy. And then you come in with this force, this brute, this violence, and it sort of can almost sort of take over all of that. Yeah. And also, like, it's annoying because a lot of people see compassion, empathy, kindness as... Weakness, yeah.
But that's the thing, because they're threats to the patriarchy.
100%. Yeah. And also, like, if you've met someone who is genuinely kind, empathetic, compassionate, like, they are sometimes people who have gone through, like, the hardest of things in life. And to come out of all of that, to then continue to be that way... Incredible strength, but also an incredible act of rebellion. Oh, for sure.
Kindness is a rebellious act.
Totally. Because I also sort of think like it sometimes like I sort of think like being mean and hate and all that it's sort of an easier emotion to experience rather than, because like to be kind, to be compassionate, to be caring takes a lot of effort. Takes a lot of consideration. It takes a lot of selflessness too.
Yeah,
sacrifice to be that way. And I think if you can be that way, please try to be that way. That's wonderful.
So yeah, anyway, kindness does take sacrifice, energy, all that. But that's the thing. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Jeez, that was so loud.
Speaking of.
Anyway, it is that it takes energy, but this is the thing. When you choose kindness, you're choosing an act that benefits you and others. It benefits everyone.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Yeah. And that's why, like, sometimes being angry, being cold, whatever, choosing that is, oh my God, Beatrice.
We're trying to talk about the patriarchy and dismantling it. Yeah. Very big topics.
It's like, it's selfish. You know,
I love going to see you try to edit this part.
Or maybe I can't remember if I said this, but whatever, like, I think, like, if you remove yourself from the experience, it's easier to see how all of these rules are taught. Like, like, my whole thing is that, I think I mentioned this before, like, I don't really believe in men and women. Like, I think, like, people are just people. Like, gender, like, sorry, like, sex is a thing, definitely. Like, there are genetic differences physically between people, 100%. Assigning characteristics, like personality ones, to those things is absolute rubbish to me. Like, I don't believe that for a second at all. Like, I think that you are taught rules from like as soon as you're born. As soon as you're born, whether you're assigned a pink blanket or a blue blanket, you are instantly, like, indoctrinated into this bullshit cult.
Well, it's so frustrating because, like, 100 years ago, pink was for boys.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's always changing anyway. It's never fixed.
It's always changing, and it's like, which society are you in?
Yes.
Yeah, because, like,
which culture are you in?
For sure. Like, there's, like, Polynesian societies where they have, like, 1 million genders.
Yes. Love that.
So that's what I mean. Like, it's all, like, it's so society specific.
Even in Native American cultures, they also have two-spirit as well, which is basically like non-binary.
There you go.
So it's like, it seems to be, I mean, obviously a very Western
patriarchal thing.
patriarchal. I can't think of the right words. Not stereotype.
Well, that's the one that we're living. But here's the thing, like, the gender stereotypes are different, like, depending on your class, depending on where you grew up, region specific, you know, like, what is it to be a woman living in rural, I don't know, Western Australia versus what is it to be in, like, London?
Yeah.
You know? In Chelsea.
Yeah. Chelsea.
Know? Yeah.
Good callback.
Thank you. As in, like, it's so specific to the region you grew up in, the society you grew up in, like, all of these rules that you're taught, you know? So that's why, like, me being outside of it, I'm like, oh, I can see that this is bullshit.
Yes.
Yeah, but most people can't. Like, they've been taught this their entire life, so it's like they're very defensive and personal about it.
They're still in it. They haven't unlearned it yet, so they still perceive themselves in that construct.
Totally. And the thing is, like, they very much, like, their identity is fused, you know, whilst I very much am like, I'm a character, you know, like, I'm removed from it, and I'm happy to put on the performance. I'm happy to play the game. I like it. I enjoy it. As like, it's my number one value. Yeah. But at the same time, like, I do know what's going on, whilst other people don't. Other people are like, no, I'm a woman. Like, I'm a woman first. I'm a man. Like, this is who I am. You know, like, I'm a man. I drink beer. You know? So it's like when they order, like, a pink drink, it's like, oh, this is challenging my manhood.
Yes, you know? Yes. No, I know exactly what you're talking, because I know a men group. Oh, no, that doesn't sound great.
All right. Red pill community. Okay, Megan. Come out as an incel.
Right.
Yeah.
One of them, they eventually stopped drinking, but when they did drink, they preferred to have cocktails or like sort of more what's seen as stereotypical, like, feminine drinks. That's
what I mean. It's like every level of society. Yes. You can't even order a fucking drink.
Yes. And then they, like, this person always got made fun of because of it. And it's just like who gives a shit? They just prefer to have, I don't know, like a pink drink or a sparkly drink or a sugar, like a sweeter drink. Like, a drink shouldn't determine how masculine or feminine someone is. It's just like they like that drink. They want to drink that drink.
But that's the thing. It does reflect on the person.
Yeah.
And the thing is that those rules are violently enforced, particularly for men.
Yeah.
As in, like, women can order a beer if they want to.
Yeah.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. A man ordering a pink drink, visibly a feminine drink, this feminine display, that is punished.
Yeah. Well, men trying to show any sort of femininity in any way, really,
is punished harshly and from a young age.
Yeah.
So that's why, like, I have compassion for that. Yeah. Because it's like I think
they're a victim to it too.
They're a victim, and that's the thing, from early childhood, like you've mentioned it before, like how, like, you, like, there's boys in your family or whatever, and they got, like, made fun of for, like, displaying feminine traits. Feminine traits, like, yet again, like, they're just traits that we've assigned to femininity. It's bullshit. It's all bullshit.
Yeah, no, that's the thing, like, because when you look at kids as they grow up, before they've had any sort of, like, societal influence, they just exist.
That's right. They're just children.
They're just children. You know, there's some boys who like to play with dolls and some girls who like to play with trucks.
Yeah.
Like these sort of stereotypical, you know, male or female masculine, feminine things. And it's just like they just want to play with something that they like and enjoy. And it's like, why can't we just let that happen?
Yeah.
It's so sad to see it and see kids miss out on such fun.
Totally, but it's like that's just so, like, so base level, and it just escalates from there.
Yeah, totally. You know? It just gets worse and worse and worse.
It gets worse and worse, and, like, how much it's enforced, and how much, like, you're put in this, like, teeny tiny box, like you must behave yourself and be in the box. Yeah, but I really enjoyed that chat. Thanks for listening to my non-binary stuff.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, always.
Yeah. If you
Sorry, that was great words of mine again.
Blitzing it.
She's
doing scholar of English speaking.
Well. You know what? I've been doing it for what, like, I don't know, when do you start speaking? Like, year and a half, 2 years?
I mean, probably earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently I did. I said, someone came in, they were like, hello, and I said hello, and then I got so shocked that I said hello that I apparently didn't talk for another month.
There you go.
So, makes sense, you know?
Talk about that another day. Anyway.
We can unpack that another day.
Let's. But yeah, thanks for joining us for this heavy and light and hopefully a hopeful episode.
I would like that to be, yes.
Yeah. So yeah, if you haven't liked and subscribed, please go ahead and do that. And we'll see you next week. We'll have a pride topic prepared. Anyway, cool. So we'll see you next week. Bye. Miss you. Love you.